How's it going, boys? TKC here, and welcome back to another live reaction for you guys. And in this episode, we're going to be going over Blanke's new track on Ophelia Records, Spark, featuring Dia Frampton. This is Blanke's first ever solo release on Ophelia Records, following a collaboration with Jason Ross in One More Day with Chandler Layton. Blanke is one of the most versatile producers in the EDM scene currently, and we're likely going to see an expansion on his melodic side, like we've seen in some remixes like his Seven Lions Another Way remix, along with his remix for Slander and Said the Skies track, Potions. As for my personal expectations, I've never been too crazy about Blanke's melodic sound, however have enjoyed his Potions remix quite heavily, and One More Day is starting to grow on me a little bit. I have always preferred Blanke's darker tracks, with his darker gritty sound design that we see in the likes of his mid-tempo, dubstep, and drum and bass tracks. That being said though, I'm pretty happy with the continual expansion of the Ophelia Records roster, and I'm hoping we can maybe see a Blanke EP here on Ophelia Records. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, along with checking out my social media platforms in the description down below. Please leave a comment letting me know what you think about the song or video, and let's get into the live reaction. Also, just one more thing before the video starts. I did a video over on my buddy Top Beats' channel where we go over and discuss the past 10 years of melodic dubstep and kind of go over the evolution of the genre as a whole. So if you're really into melodic dubstep, go check out that video. I'll leave it in the description down below. Okay, very emotional to start here.
You were always there waiting for me.
I know I didn't mention this in the intro, but Dia Frampton vocals are just absolutely incredible. I love her vocals.
You never let me go, said I'll be there. And when I needed you and my whole world, you came running to me back up.
Very like organic feel almost so far.
And you say when I needed you and I
Alright, first drop, let's see what we got.
you were my spotlight.
Oh! Nice, dude. Nice. I love that, man. Love those fills. No dark switch up from Blanke, man. Come on. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's melodic. It's a melodic track. Oof. Very unique instrumentation in these verses here. I really like this ARP in the build up here. That's a very nice touch. Really nice percussion in the build up too. Alright, second drop. Let's see what we got. Nice fake out. Nice. Yeah, I freaking dig that, man. That's a sound that's never gonna get old. Oh, that's kind of short though. Okay. Solid though. I appreciate that, man. So a pretty interesting track here from Blanke that I would definitely say is an evolution of his melodic sound. I'm a massive fan of the verses on display here, with Dia Frampton's really nice vocals, in combination with some gorgeous piano chords and some subtle backing elements like the guitar that really give it that more organic flavor. The verses also have this very more airy feel that I've really been a fan of in melodic dubstep and just in music in general lately. These then lead into what is probably my favorite part of the track, which is the chorus and build-up. That arpeggio that plays through the build-up is probably the best addition of the track, and it features some really clean sound design in combination with the elevation of energy from Dia Frampton's vocals. One thing I also really want to point out about the build-ups is that the snare adds some really snappy textures, continuing to build off that subtle yet energetic feel that the build-ups present themselves with. The drops feature this really air sound design that is arpeggio forward, and while I've mentioned before on the channel channel that I'm not really too crazy about melodic drops that feature arpeggiated leads as the main aspect, this honestly does sound pretty good. The drops are then accompanied by some really glitchy sounding fills that are in tandem with Dia Frampton vocal chops that sound very unique and are a massive touch. And while this song definitely is an expansion on Blanke's melodic sound, I honestly can't help but feel that the idea isn't exactly the most unique out there. Again, just a smaller nitpick on that front, as I've never really been too crazy about criticizing artists for not exactly having the most unique ideas, as long as the sound design and overall execution is there. And also with the platform that I have with this channel, I would kind of like to project some things that I would like to see in melodic dubstep, and I do really want to use this song as an example to point out that I would really like to start seeing artists switch up things in the second drop. And while I'm not expecting every artist to, drop a dubstep or a psytrance drop in every single track that they do, an expansion on that melodic idea other than just a fake out for drop 2 is something that I've really come to appreciate as time has gone on. I dove into this on my Sideways reaction about a week ago, where I mentioned how I'd like to see artists expand on that second drop, and some examples that I went over were switching up the melody and changing up the automation patterns. Again, it's just a minor nitpick and it's not exactly the end of the world here, but it is really starting to be something that I'm looking for in melodic dubstep as artists continue to expand and innovate the genre. Just an overall encompassing idea of how I feel about this track overall. I feel like it really stars when it comes to verse production, vocals, and sound design. However, it does sort of lack in the ideas department, however, isn't really that big of a deal. Ultimately, this is a track that I definitely think I'll be listening to more and more as time goes on, and is one of those tracks I also really wish that my ears were a little bit better for, because I think I would appreciate it a lot more. And that should be it from me, guys. I'm going to try to get a reaction to Crystal Skies and Danny Olson's collaboration this weekend out as well, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.